Was there a point when you realized, oh, I don't have to wait tables anymore. I can do poker full time. Do you remember that moment?
That was when I was 24.
24?
So, yeah, I was living with my my ex-girlfriend at the time, and I didn't have a job at the time, and I wasn't contributing enough to the rent. And so she told me I had to get a job.
Yeah.
And so I got a retail job at a golf store, checking people out and stuff. And I made like $8 an hour.
Oh, man.
And I was playing poker here and there. And one weekend I made 20 or 25,000.
Nice.
Playing cash. And I went home and I put it on the table and I was like, I'm done playing. I'm done working. Like, this is my job now.
So this weather, huh?
Yeah.
Crazy.
It's Texas weather.
I really don't like. I'm getting sick of this weather now. There's a brief moment in time where I really appreciate, the cold weather, sweater weather. But now I'm over it.
I'm having a sauna built in my backyard right now.
That is awesome. I do see the workers going back and forth. That's cool.
It's very Austin.
That is very. Do you have a cold plunge?
My pool's freezing right now, so I can just go in there.
A cold plunge.
But yeah, you're asking where the T1K name
Yes,
came from?
yeah, T1K. Where does that come from?
I got nicknamed T1000 on the Lodge live stream like 4 years ago.
Yeah.
They think I looked exactly like them, and they were spot on.
I had another question about that, but I totally slipped my mind. Anyways, whether. You really fucked me up on this one, JC. No,
I did.
So how long you been playing poker for professionally?
I've been playing poker for 10 years, going around 10 years for a living.
Okay.
I had other jobs, and I've been playing since I was 18.
Yeah.
And it was my passion, and it was what I wanted to do for a living. But I wasn't winning consistently enough, and so I had to wait tables and worked a retail job, pizzeria, stuff like that. Just anything to get by.
It sounds just like you were a regular business owner, just trying to make ends meet, but also have this dream that you want to live.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Where do you call home, or where did you grow up?
I grew up in Sarasota, Florida.
Okay.
It's just south of Tampa.
South of Tampa. All right.
But I would drive up to Tampa and play at the Hard Rock there.
Okay.
That was the only 24/7 card room that was around.
How far is that from St. Augustine?
3
Okay.
hours.
I've only been to Florida twice, one for work and one for pleasure. And
3 or
I've been
4.
to Pensacola for a job, and then last year we went to St. Augustine, and I love St. Augustine. Cool little cozy beach town. So I know you lost your father, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
How'd you know that?
I listened to the podcast.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm one of the subscribers, brother.
10 years ago, this past October.
What did he do for a living?
He was in the car business.
Okay.
With my grandfather. He had his own car dealership for a brief time, but then he also partied a lot. He was a little bit of the black sheep of the family.
Got it.
My grandfather was super successful in the car business, and my father tried to like follow in the footsteps, but it kind of would fall apart. And probably the worst driver in the history of mankind. He had 74 accidents.
That's man, his premiums must have been super high.
And this is back in the day,
Okay.
and his dad, owned all the cars.
All right.
1 year he totaled 15 cars, 15 new cars.
That is not a safe. Well, it is. Was this in Florida?
Everywhere.
Okay. All right.
North Carolina, Washington, metropolitan area.
Wow.
When he taught me to drive, he said, the speed limit is 10 miles over what it says. That's standard. So it's like if it says 50, it's really 60.
Oh, okay. So it's just more of a suggestion.
And he said to get to be safe, you want to speed up and get around the bad drivers.
That I kind of agree with. That logic I will stand by. But the driving record, that is insane.
He taught aggressive driving.
Okay.
Said they'll get out of the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And your mom, is she?
She's a defensive driver.
Really?
And alive.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
What does she do for work?
She's been a stay-at-home mom forever.
Okay.
She was she had a corporate job, and then when she started having babies, she became a stay-at-home mom.
How many brothers and sisters do you have?
I have 2 older brothers and an older sister. She homeschooled all of us.
So are you the baby of the family?
I'm the baby.
Yeah. Respect, brother.
Yeah.
Me too. So growing up, I guess, when did you first watch poker or saw the game?
It was with I think I was with my sister and her husband at the time. My sister's way older than me.
Mm-hmm.
I think like 11 years.
Okay.
And she got married young. So I would play. I played a few times with them, and then at like 17, I was at a family friend's house, and it was like a church family.
Yeah.
And their son was like, "Let's go upstairs and play poker." So we played a 3-handed $5 game. This was like my first real memory of getting hooked.
Yeah.
And I took money out of my mom's purse, and then
knowingly or unknowingly?
Yeah, I was like, I took $20. So
that's not the question. Did she know or did she not know?
Remember. I think I asked. I
Okay.
probably asked.
All right.
But we put in $5 each, and we played winner take all, like a 3-handed sit and go, and I knew I was cooked. I was cooked.
At that point, did you like know all the hands and I'm sorry, did you know like, flushes and full houses, or
I think I knew the basics.
Okay.
I think I knew the hand rankings.
Got it.
From playing with family.
Yeah.
But I was still looking stuff up and making sure. But I was obsessed immediately, and then I started watching it on TV. I got books and I was obsessing over the game every day.
Did you get the Doyle Brunson book?
Super System?
Yeah, there you go.
I skimmed that one. I didn't buy it personally.
Okay.
My friends had it, but I had some other books.
And so as the infatuation with this game kind of, evolved, when did you tell your parents like, hey, this might be a thing that I kind of want to pursue?
Oh yeah, I was very bold.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna be a professional poker player.
What was their response?
Well, you've golfed your whole life, and you said golf was your dream. So, do you really want to give up on golf? And by that time, golf was causing me so much pain.
Yeah.
That poker was my escape.
Golf is it's my favorite game. I haven't been able to play recently, and last time I played, I shot a 99, which was I wanted to quit right then and there. It was at Grey Rock, and God.
I'm playing this afternoon.
You are?
Yeah.
In this weather?
Yeah.
Oh, it should be like 60 degrees by the time you go
Should be
there.
fine.
Where are you playing?
Mo Willie.
Such a classic. Good old.
I don't think
course.
I've played it yet.
You've never played it? Okay. Me and the boys, that's our favorite track to go to, but it's tough to get tee times nowadays, especially on the weekends because of the internet system that they have set up. Whereas back in the day, which I preferred, you go there at Tuesday morning at 4:30 in the morning, put your name on the list, and then you can get a decent tee time for the Saturday, Sunday lineup. But that's not around anymore, and that sucks. But anyways, what's your handicap?
I mean, I can shoot around 80, 85 anywhere.
Okay.
I was +1 at like 15 years old.
Do you feel like golf is the game where, like, if you're not consistently playing, you lose every talent and skill that you've ever had? Like, if you go a month without playing, it just all goes out the window for me. Do you feel like that's the...
Well, so I started playing at 12 years old, 11 or 12 years old, and I played 10 hours a day every day for 6 years.
What a life. You had it so good.
Yeah, that's all I did.
I'm sure at some point it becomes like...
In 6 months, I broke 80.
Yeah.
All I did was golf.
Jesus, that's awesome.
And then, I had like a knack for it, and I was gifted. Like it came very natural.
Yeah.
The first ball I ever hit on the range, I hit it like 200 yards dead straight. But my dad was an amazing golfer.
Okay.
And so he gave me the basics. He taught me the grip, the stance, takeaway, follow through.
Yeah.
Hold to
Yeah.
finish. He wouldn't let me hit a ball till I had the basics.
Okay.
And then my first shot was like incredible, and I was hooked. And that's all I wanted to do with my life.
Yeah.
For years and years and years.
When did it become like a pain? When was it just so?
I got the yips when I was 16.
That's
So I won 2 international tournaments back to back, and I had most of the top NCAA Division I colleges scouting me, and I think the junior golf works in under 13 to 15 division, 16 to 18 division.
Okay.
So the 13 to 15 division, when I got to 15. That year, I averaged 71, so I averaged shooting under par. And I had a couple 60s, 68s, 69s. Won a tournament by 7 shots.
No 67s?
I don't.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm 34.
I'm 38.
Yeah. What does that mean?
I have no idea.
Are you watching TikTok?
I'm watching my friends' kids do the
yeah, I keep hearing it.
What does that mean, guys? I'm an old fart.
I think it came out of the void.
Anyways,
and it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, it probably doesn't. I'm sorry to.
I think I've looked into it, and it doesn't actually mean.
Okay.
It's just I don't know what they're doing. Yeah.
Anyways, you're shooting 68, 69s, one before par.
Yeah.
One under
so
par.
at 15, I win these 2 big tournaments back to back, and the second tournament, I started feeling nervous over chipping, and I was like, "What is that?" And I was like, it's fine. It's probably nothing. I just put the ball further back in my stance, push my hands forward. So I just hit lower shots that kind of took a little bit of the nerves out. I started hitting more bump and runs. And then, that was the first tournament.
Yeah.
And then the second tournament, I go and I start having full blown flops, like chunking it, blading it. And so I start putting off the green, and I win that.
Good old Texas wedge.
I win that tournament by 2. Never won again. I was cooked.
And then at that point, you're just like, I can't figure it out.
I battled it for 2 years. I got flown to Arizona to Stan Utley's facility, who's one of the best short game coaches in the world. Trained with him for 3 days.
A psychologist, did that?
Yeah, I'm not sure if I ever actually went to a shrink, but my coaches, I was in a golf academy.
Okay.
And my coaches were really trying to help. And, and it just, nothing seemed to work. And then I found poker right around the same time.
Okay.
And I was every time I was golfing, it just felt like I had 1,000 pounds on my back.
Sure.
Because this expectation to win everything, and and I can't chip the ball. So you can't win if you don't have a short game.
That's very true.
I would be green side on par 5s, on all 4 par 5s, and I would make 6s and 7s when it's an up and down for birdie.
Yeah, that hurts.
Yeah.
So the initial question was do you feel like golf is a game that if you take some time off, you can, once you go play again, are you able to refer back to the
to play at a really high
technique?
level, scoring takes consistent practice. I can I'm going to go out there today and I'm going to hit a couple shots. Yeah. And the guy's going to be like you need to play golf for a living. Cuz I'll take a forehand and hit it 230. Yeah. Dead straight and high. But scoring is a whole nother not 3 putting, right? And consistency that takes 6-7 hours of practice a day, every day.
Right. So golf went by the wayside. Did you go to college?
I ended up getting a scholarship to a NAIA college called Johnson & Wales in North Miami.
Okay.
So I went there to play on their golf team, and they really fucked us. Can I curse on here?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
They recruited all the kids that almost made Division I golf. They got 7 or 8 of us to sign with them, because on our visits we visited their college, and they took us to Doral, the Blue Monster, and they're like, yeah, we can play here. They took us to like the best private courses in Miami.
Sure.
And they're like, yeah, we have access here. We can play here.
That's
and
awesome.
then we're like, yeah, this is awesome.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Sold.
And so we all signed, and we get there, and then they take us to like the Muni course, and they're like, you have to work for this course to earn practice time.
Sounds like a terrible business model. Wow.
They're like, you have to pick the range balls, and you have to provide a service for this course, and then then you can practice and go play 9 holes.
So it's free labor for them,
Yeah.
basically, in the hopes that you guys would stick around, and then you get to play the.
We all
premier
thought we were
courses.
getting like they
Yeah.
pampered us in the.
That's weird.
Yeah, it was.
That's very scummy, and
pretty much
yeah.
every kid went back home. Like they quit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did they think was going to happen?
I don't
Jesus,
know.
that's dumb. Okay, so that didn't work out. What?
So I dropped out, moved back to Sarasota.
Okay.
Went to community college for like 2 semesters, and then dropped out of that. I can't stand school.
And so at that point, when you drop out, what are you doing to make money?
I think I was living in low income apartment with my buddy, my two buddies. So we had a 3-bedroom low income apartment, which was like $300 or $400
Sure.
each a month.
Yeah.
And I believe I started working at a breakfast restaurant.
Okay.
And I drove a moped.
And were you were you playing poker at night?
I
Or
was.
Whenever you had
We were playing. I was playing some poker.
Yeah.
When, if I had the money.
Mm-hmm.
I was playing volleyball. I got into volleyball.
Okay.
But yeah, poker was always like on my mind, and then I started playing more consistently at like 20, 21, 22. It's tough to build a bankroll when you're not good.
Yeah. What would at that point in your career or in your life, what would be like a sizable bankroll that you could be comfortably living on?
At that time, my bankroll fluctuated between like $2,000 and $10,000.
It's not a lot, but it seems
I was
like
going
you could make it
broke.
work. Yeah.
Yeah. I was going broke all the time.
Was it a fun time living in that house with those guys?
Oh yeah.
I can imagine. Yeah.
Oh yeah. You take the moped to the beach, play volleyball, work 3 or 4 days a week.
Man, sounds like a good life.
Yeah.
So, how
The
old were you?
IRS doesn't come after you because you have $0.
Yeah. We're not talking about them on this podcast. Come on, brother. I'm a business owner too. I'm not trying to let them in on my thing. So you're at this time. Were you trying to get a mentorship? Were you just, trying to rub elbows with some people that you liked?
So I noticed certain guys winning more consistently than others when I'd go to the dog track, or I'd go to the Hard Rock in Tampa, and so I befriended them and they became my mentors.
Okay.
I'm still friends with them to this day. RJ Sullivan and Carlos Loving,
Mm-hmm.
they both still play.
Yeah.
But they took me under their wing and they were winning consistently, so they were helping me improve and giving me pointers and talking hands over with me.
Mm-hmm.
But I was very egotistical and would argue
against them.
Yeah.
Now, in your podcast, you mentioned that, if you are trying to get mentorship, you need to just kind of be present or just like not be too intervening amongst your mentor or whatever. When did you learn that concept?
Just throughout the years.
Okay.
I mean,
just
like the mentorship, it has to come natural. You can't be like, hey, will you teach me this? Like, just befriend people,
right?
And then hopefully, it arises naturally. Like, the best way to pick somebody's brain is them genuinely liking spending time with you.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, if you just friends first and then secondary, like then you can like me and my best friend who I met when I was 21. We didn't talk poker for years, and he was the most successful poker player I knew.
Oh wow, okay.
And eventually, we were best friends that I started asking him poker questions, and he was fine to answer them.
So you said you were egotistical about your playing habits when you first.
Yeah, I thought I knew best.
What was there someone that took you aside and was like, bro, you got to listen to what I'm saying? And
I think that probably happened several times, but it didn't really sink in until about 23, 24.
Oh, okay. So
it was a few
fairly
years.
recently.
It was, well,
2023, right?
no, when I was 24.
Oh, okay.
23, 24.
All right.
So like 10, 11 years ago.
Got it. Sorry, it's still early in the morning.
And then as I started to listen to them, my win rate started increasing and my consistency. I was winning consistently.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, I was wrong. Shit. And so then I went on a heater, and what heaters do is they artificially inflate your ego.
Mm-hmm.
So you think you're way better than you actually are.
Yeah.
And so I went on like a 2 or 3 month heater where I won my first major poker tournament.
Yeah.
For like 130K at Hard Rock. And then I won a bunch of money playing cash.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought I was really good. And I was partying still and playing way outside of my means. Like my bankroll management was terrible.
Yeah.
And I went broke 6 to 8 months later from, I blew maybe close to $400,000 or $500,000. Oh man. And I was back to zero, back to square one.
Wow.
It flattens you. I'm
sure it also humbles you too, right?
It humbles you. Yeah, you get what you deserve
in
poker. In the end, I think. And I deserved to go broke. I didn't have the discipline to hang on to the money.
Yeah. How do you handle that and rebuild yourself back up?
Well, there's suicide. But I chose.
I'm glad you didn't go that route.
I chose to keep breathing.
Sure. Is that prominent in poker players? And really,
yeah, sadly,
that's not something that I was hearing about on ESPN when I was watching, Helmuth and all these guys play.
I mean, it's not. I don't know how prominent it is. It does happen.
I'm sure it does.
Yeah, I've known a few guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely a dark side to poker because of the degeneracy, the environments you're around. I don't know if the majority, but there's a lot of scumbags around. If there's gambling and there's like a way to cheat the system, it's gonna invite a lot of riffraff.
Yeah,
and so you're gonna be spending time playing with drug dealers and people that are, committing some very ugly crimes outside the game.
Nefarious activities are happening. Outside the game.
I played in LA with a guy that got indicted for I think human trafficking on a live stream.
Wow. Oh man.
Yeah.
I'm sure that video is doing numbers as far as like audience retention.
Yeah, so in poker, like if all the barrier to entry is cash. So if you have cash, if you have cash, nobody's asking where it came from.
That's true.
And so that's like it's a breeding ground for criminal activity.
So after you lost that large sum of money the first time you went broke after the heater, was there a mental evaluation that you had to take? Like
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And now how do you balance how did you figure out to balance the emotional level of playing poker versus the strategic part?
Yeah, I knew I had to fix what I was doing off the felt. That's kind of where I started was I was like I need to work on myself away from the game, and I feel like that's the foundation, and then things can get better from there. Right. Like laying the soil and then growing, and yeah, so like I kind of knew that was coming. I didn't know when I was gonna flip the switch, but at like I didn't fully change till 28, 29. Okay. So just before I moved to Austin is when I made the big change.
Yeah, so
I took 3 months off the game and I just went to work on myself.
So as you matured both in the game and your own life, it just seemed like that was the common sense thing to do. Just reevaluate your own emotional status outside of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's yeah.
Once I worked on myself off the felt and got balanced in my personal life.
Yeah.
That's when my results skyrocketed.
I feel like that's something that you just have to come to like your own senses about. No one can really tell you to like, hey, you need to check yourself outside of this game.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you came back, the new refreshed man, what was actually at that point when you lost it all, were you like, I'm never going to play this game again?
No, I wanted to play immediately. There was times in my early 20s where I thought about quitting a lot. But no, since I knew I've had the passion and always like the love for the game ever since. And it's been more of like I just need to take a break, but never thought about quitting.
Got it.
In a long time.
So during your service industry, when you were waiting tables, did that help you understand people? And how emotional,
understand how cheap people are.
Well, yeah, and irrational how people can be.
No, I'm a people person.
Yeah, okay.
So I enjoyed that aspect of being around people.
Okay.
But working for someone and the hours and the uniform is not for me.
Any thought of like going back to trying to work a corporate job, or are you just so inundated in this game that there's no way you could ever work for someone else?
That's funny you asked that. I just had a buddy, a good friend of mine who runs his own company, talk to me about sales. So yeah, and
so sales role?
Yeah, well his top sales guy I think took home 3 or 4 million last year, and so that's interesting to
Was
me.
he in tech? Software?
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. So that those kind of numbers interest me.
Well, yeah, no shit. But
yeah.
Are you familiar with like those sales roles and Okay. So I have a lot of friends who are in those positions in tech sales, and to land those big deals, they're waiting on months, even like years for the client to, sign the contract, to give the money. And that to me requires a ton of patience, which I think kind of works well in your favor because I think poker is a very patient game.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. My buddy said it's all about charisma.
All that too.
And people skills and being willing to travel and email.
Email and phone calls and the meetings. I'm out at the meetings. I can't do meetings anymore with corporate clients.
Yeah.
I mean, if the dollars are there, I'll definitely take any meeting. But
the
day-to-day stuff is mind-numbing.
I'm open to meeting. I'm gonna meet his sales guy and see how that goes and pick his brain.
Okay.
But I don't know. Poker is what I've been doing for so long, and it's what I love, and it's going well. So I don't think poker's going anywhere. Okay. It would probably be in addition to.
I think it's very unique that I see this as kind of like a business that you're running. You're the business owner, and you're making all these transactions and calculated risk and bets on yourself.
Yeah. No, that is what it is.
That's how I see you're an entrepreneur, and you're going out every day to make a earning for yourself. So that's very commendable. But also, like, do you still play poker, like, even just for fun?
Yeah.
Can you do that? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's good. When I worked at a gun company as a videographer, all the guys that I talked to, they're like, we don't even go to the gun range anymore. We just don't like to because we do it here so much that there's no point in.
There's some of that. Yeah. But it has to be like, for example, my girlfriend plays 1-2 no limit, which is basically the lowest live stakes you can play. The buy-in is anywhere from like $100 to $500. And so typically I would never sit down at that table because I'm looking for a higher stakes game. Mm-hmm. But I've been playing with her periodically and that's I really enjoy it. The competitive drive still gets going, and I want to win, and but yeah, that would I think we're gonna play later this week.
Awesome.
Like a 1-2 session.
Well, that's fun that you and the girlfriend can do together.
Yeah.
Spend some quality
She's
time.
pretty good.
Good. Awesome.
Yeah, she's grinding.
Is she open to taking suggestions from you?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Very open.
Right.
She wants to learn.
When you're doing like a 1-2 game versus your typical regular game, do you still have to, I don't know, it's a different caliber of player, I would assume, right?
Yeah. It's a different,
so are you able to turn off that switch that I'm just having fun, and then, but I feel like even if you're playing a 1-2 game, you're still trying to read people. You're still in the process of the game that you've cultivated.
Yeah. When you played poker long enough, you meet the same people over and over. They're different faces, but they're the same types.
You mean like
the same characters.
Okay, got it.
And the characters have playing strategies, and so when at 1-2, you just see the same. You see the same strategy. You see the same mistakes made. It's like a lack of aggression. It's way too passive. Some people are extremely tight passive, and then some people are loose passive, which are pretty much the two worst places to be in poker, is playing loose and passive. So you're not showing aggression, and you're playing too many hands. That's a recipe to just lose all your money. You want to be more on the tight aggressive side or loose aggressive. You want to weight your strategy towards aggression. Because you can just win more pots.
Okay.
That way.
Going back to that big heater that you went on.
Sure.
Was there a point when you realized, I don't have to wait tables anymore. I can do poker full time. Do you remember that moment?
That was when I was 24.
24?
So, yeah, I was living with my my ex-girlfriend at the time, and I didn't have a job at the time, and I wasn't contributing enough to the rent. And so she told me I had to get a job.
Yeah.
And so I got a retail job at a golf store, checking people out and stuff. And I made like $8 an hour.
Oh, man.
And I was playing poker here and there. And one weekend I made 20 or 25,000. Nice. Playing cash. And I went home and I put it on the table, and I was like, I'm done playing. I'm done working. Like, this is my job now.
Here's my yearly rent.
Yeah. I mean, $8 an hour.
That's nothing.
Working, like 30 hours a week. It's just you can't pay anything with that. But.
And okay, and then obviously you the heater ends. Have you set up like sort of a business model for playing? Like, are you watching your income or watching your expenditures? Do you have spreadsheets about your game?
I have data.
Okay.
Yeah, I have data.
What data points are you collecting, if you're allowed to talk about it? Or if you want to talk about it?
No, I track my results.
Okay.
And I've tracked them for many years. I think dating back to 2019.
Okay.
2020. And they're very static and break even, just about. And then I actually have one of the charts where I circled when I started meditating and I started working on myself off the felt, and then the graph just goes straight up.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, okay, that works.
That works.
There's the key.
So I've been listening to this audiobook called The Philosophy of Money.
Okay.
And basically what I gathered from that is, what are like the things that you're spending money on? What could you do without, and what really makes you happy? So for me, hanging out with friends, going out to breweries, drinking beers with them, that's where I spend most. That's where I like to spend my money. I don't need cars. I don't, like, God knows I could spend a fortune in camera gear, but for what I have, it makes me money. It's able to run the business. So what is your philosophy on money in general? Like, is it just a tool? It's obviously fun to have, but how do you perceive money?
I don't think about it.
You don't think about it?
No.
Okay.
I just try to make as much as possible, and I don't. I buy what I want. I eat what I want.
Cool.
I don't look at prices.
Yeah.
I go shopping. I don't look at prices.
Yeah.
What
do you like to spend your money on?
That's food.
Food. Okay. Fair.
Really good food.
Yeah. What's your favorite restaurant here in town?
Three Forks.
Okay. Mine's Jeffrey's. I love me some Jeffrey's.
I don't think I've been to Jeffrey's yet.
It's a good steakhouse, great old fashioned, great deviled eggs.
Oh.
The best deviled eggs I've ever had in my entire life.
Oh,
and
I need to go.
My mom would make them, and I was just, those are so disgusting, Mom. I can't, like, I don't even want to entertain in eating those. And then we did like a guy's dinner at Jeffrey's, and they ordered some deviled eggs. I'm like, guys, I can't eat that. That just looks repulsive. And they go, no, you're going to fucking eat it, and you're going to love it. I promise. And so I put it in my mouth, and boy, did I like it. But yeah.
That and cars.
Cars?
Yeah. I like my cars, and I like food.
See, the philosophy of money has changed my idea on a car, and I see it as a depreciating asset.
Yeah.
So that's why I drive a 2012 Honda Civic. I haven't really looked into.
We could lease.
I could lease, and that's what I thought as
that's
well.
That's what I've done for forever.
Yeah, that's probably what I need to do coming soon.
That's if I think with your philosophy, only if you appreciate cars.
Yeah.
If you appreciate cars and you enjoy driving a new car, lease.
Sure.
100%.
That makes sense.
If you're just thinking about the depreciating asset, and you're not a big car guy, buy used and old.
It's for me, it's point A to point B. That's all I need to do.
You're good. I really like driving a new car.
Yeah, it's one of those things that's always weighing on my mind because I have a job, or like I might have a job in Leander, let's say, and I'm like,
is this car gonna get me there?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's fine going around town, and I can call an Uber if shit hits the fan.
Yeah.
But going out there, I'm stuck. So that's one of the business expenses that I'll have to probably invest in this year.
Yeah.
Which I'm not looking forward to, but.
Yeah, but it could save you stress.
It could, and that's another thing that I'm starting to understand.
Is
is like I need to therapy. Therapy is a great investment for me because it helps alleviate stress. And here I am at 38 and being, going to therapy at least once a month. And that has been very beneficial. I'd never thought of that.
Joe's in therapy right now.
Really? Yeah. No, he's been in therapy for some time.
He can't golf with me today because of therapy.
Dude, I highly respect that. That is awesome. If you can't take care of your mind,
sounds gay to me. Whatever.
Well,
teach their own.
It really is. But it's we want Joe around for a long time. And so
that's true.
It definitely helps the mental aspect of things. Do you go to therapy?
No. I talk to my cat.
That can help. That helps alleviate emotions, and they don't talk back. At least my cats don't. I talk to them all the time. What's her name?
Ada.
She's right there. How old is she?
She is 6.
Aw, she's still a young little kitty cat. What a beautiful, gorgeous cat.
Oh, say hi.
My wife will definitely watch this episode now.
Say hi, Ada.
What made you want to get a cat?
I love animals.
Okay.
And poker players kind of lean towards cats because we don't have too much time to be attentive to dogs.
Right.
I wouldn't say I would rather have a dog. I would love a dog.
Same.
Yeah. But when I go play a 12-hour session,
That's good on you. Well, that's good on you because that's responsible in my eyes. Like anyone could get a dog, and then what are you going to do? Just abandon it? Like when I need
an animal that can take care of itself.
Yeah, and when I think about getting a dog, but when I go golfing for 6 hours out of the time, I wouldn't want my wife responsible for taking care of it because I wanted it, and now it's her responsibility. No, that's not ideal, and that's why I love our cats too. It's just
I think dogs in my future though. Now that I have a home. And some
Rover's also an option that can, apparently it's a service that can come in and walk the dog and do all that stuff. So, all right. I had another question I wanted to ask. So we talked about treating it. Do you have a business model for poker? Just win money?
No, I mean, get in the best games possible.
Yeah.
That's there's like working on your poker game, and being a good poker player,
right,
is important, and being skillful is important. But there's a whole nother side of poker, and that's getting into games, and that nobody cares how good you are at poker. The better you are at poker, the harder it is to get into a good game.
Right.
So it's about building relationships and being enjoyable to play with. So I learned that the hard way.
Yeah.
Like I told you a while ago, I've been playing private games mainly for 10 years, and it started in Florida. I had to hang around private games for a long time, for years, before they would let me in. They knew I was grinding for a living. They knew I was a kid that was studying the game.
Yeah. And
so when I would go to these rooms and I would see the bigger private game, I would stand on the rail and just watch. And they would be partying and having a good time, and I would be sitting in the public game, trying to make my 400 or 500 for the day. Right. They knew I was a grinder, and so like they're not going to let a kid come into the game who is not going to drink, who's going to be taking it way too serious, who is going to play really tight. And so I just hung around for forever, and I started going out with them after the games, and eventually they're like, all right, like Potter can play. They used to call me Potter because I looked like Harry Potter. Everybody has a nickname in poker.
I mean, maybe without the beard, I could see
without the beard and younger face, and
Potter.
Yeah, it used to be Potter. So they finally started letting me in the game, and then I started getting invites to private games outside of the poker rooms, and started playing those. Realized how much better the action is in private settings than in public games. It's night and day difference. Yeah. So your earning potential goes way up when the game quality goes up.
Right.
Now there's a whole nother part to this is I was kicked out of these games.
Why were you kicked out?
Because I was a dick.
Oh, okay. All right.
I was a whiny little bitch.
Yeah, no one likes
No one wants to play with a whiny bitch, and I had to learn the hard way, because you can be a bad loser, but you can't be a winner and be a bad loser. And so, and overall I was winning in the game, but the nights or the weeks that I would come and I would lose, I would whine and complain. And for guys that are,
damn it, I'm not getting any cards.
I would just try to, like get under people's skin, or I'd be complaining about the cards, just whining at the table. And like guys that are down tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars in the game are listening to a guy that is up overall in the game complain. And
that's a tough look.
It's a really bad look, but it's really hard. It's hard to zoom out and think, oh, well, overall I'm winning. It's because in the moment when you're stuck at a game, that's the only emotion you can feel. Yeah. And so, I got a phone call from the game runner one week in Tampa, and he's like, yeah, I got to put you on break. Yeah. The guys don't like playing with you. You're whining when you're losing. You're complaining.
Oh, man.
And it was like it was a wake up call. So I got banned from the game for a few months, and then
I think in the tech world that would be called getting put on a PIP, a performance improvement plan.
Yes, exactly. That's what it was. Right. He's like, I like you, kid, but you're pissing everyone off. Yeah. And that's bad for business. So you're on break. Okay. I was like, all right, thanks. I took it and I was like, I will improve these things. He gave me a few pointers. And I was like, I'm going to work on this. And after a few months, he put me back on the invite list. I got back in the game. Got it. And he's like, you've improved. Like, and all it takes is like, when you do have those losing nights, don't ruin everyone's time. Sure. Yeah. Just take it. Just take your loss. Be like, it's not my night. I'll see you guys later. But to like slam the table, complain, start bitching somebody out for like the way they played, or like, oh my God, you're so bad. Like, what are you doing? And there's so many kids that still make this mistake.
Yeah.
And they're never going to get into better games because no one's going to want to play with you.
Right. That was nice of the gentleman to kind of like tell you, right?
Yeah, he's an old friend.
Okay. Is that common in, like, if you are in regular games, will the host be like, hey, dude, you're not acting right. You need to change up.
Well, yeah,
you need to shape up.
You know, the thing about the poker community is it's not big. Like, it's pretty small. So
right.
So when you're playing a poker game multiple times a week with people, that's 8 to 10 hours a session. So you're spending 30, 40 hours, 20 to 40 hours a week with these guys. You become friends. You start hanging out outside of poker. You go on trips together.
Absolutely.
And so, like, he was my friend outside of poker.
Yeah.
But then at the table, like, I was hurting his game, and he had to, you know.
You're harshing the vibe.
Yeah, he had to tell me I couldn't play.
All right. Now, it's interesting that you said it's kind of, poker's still kind of a niche thing.
Yeah.
I remember watching it on ESPN with, you know, the stars, Hellmuth, Ivy, all those guys. How do you think social media has impacted poker now?
Oh, huge.
Yeah, is that good or is it bad?
So there was the moneymaker boom back in the day, and then the second boom was COVID. COVID happened, and then right after COVID, live stream games popped up, and they spread across YouTube and all the social media platforms, and poker just caught fire. Yeah. Everyone started watching it. Everyone wanted to play. So many new faces came into the game. Right. New stars were kind of formed through YouTube, like the Marianos and Andrew Nemes and Brad Owen, doing their own like YouTube channels.
And is that good or bad? Or
it's great.
Okay.
The more people in poker, the better. And it's
the more money you can
oh my
take
God,
from
it's amazing. Well, it's amazing because for all the experienced players that have, you know, put in years and years of work to master the game.
Yeah.
Now it's all this fresh meat.
Yeah.
Because when you play poker, you have to go through the grind.
Like in Lord of the Rings when the orcs are like, fresh meat, boys.
Yeah, exactly. You're gonna get destroyed.
Yeah.
When you first start playing poker, you're gonna get destroyed. It's just part of the game. You gotta take your beatings, get back up, sit back down, take another beating, go home, sleep, get back up, sit back down, take another beating. Like, you just have to take so many beatings.
Yeah. Brother, when I was
all the beatings are lessons. They're just teaching you, like, oh, that I played like an idiot. I shouldn't have done that. I
made a lesson to never go play at a house party ever again because I got my ass handed to me. My brother, he's an electrician out in California, Southern California. So he plays poker. He would, you know, go to a casino with a bicycle down in LA because that's where he would work. And he'd make a quick, you know, $300, $400 and then call it, you know, a night.
Yeah.
And so he's talking to me about all the hands that he was winning and talked to me about like he still remembers all the hands that he won on, but more importantly, he remembers all the hands that he lost on. So I was just like, oh, I'm kind of interested. Of course, I watched Rounders, and that got me even more hyped. And then
best poker movie ever.
It really is. And then I remember going into I was in college. I went into this private house party. I think it was like $100 buy-in or whatever it was. Yeah. And I lost my ass within the first like 10 minutes, and they felt bad for me, so they gave me like a free buy-in, and then I lost it again. I'm like, all right, I'm done.
I'm a loser.
I don't need to play this game anymore. I'll play with buds now, but other than that, I'm like, yeah, there's no opportunity in creating extra currency with this this hobby. So
you have to endure a lot of suffering.
Sure, yeah. More so like I was just more humiliated. I didn't care anything about the money. I could, you know, I knew money I could make that back at some point. But I knew at some point I could make the money back, but it was just humiliating. Like, oh man, we feel bad for you. Here's an extra $100. You go try to make it back, little buddy. So as the game has grown through social media, what do you think it's becoming? I don't know how to.
Poker's cool again.
Okay, it is cool.
It's become cool again. I grinded for years where it wasn't on the internet like it was. The only thing we had was high stakes poker. We had poker after dark. But yeah, now there's so many characters in poker through the live streams and through YouTube, through vlogs. It's cool again, and a lot of young kids want to play. They're all getting into the game.
Yeah, and that's fun. I'm thinking like this is the way my brain works. Who's gonna dig ditches now? You know, who's gonna build houses?
Oh, probably the poker players that go broke.
Well, that's the thing. Like I understand the evolution of social media and how important
they're all gonna have to still get jobs because it's very hard to be profitable. In the game.
Then you've solidified that fear in my head that I just conjured up. Okay.
Still, it's not like all these people are making money in poker.
That's okay. That's a valid point. Yeah.
It's more losers now, and only some of them are going to rise and become profitable and make it a living and make it a career.
Yeah.
And it takes so much resilience to do that. Like you can be really good, but expenses will eat you alive.
Mm-hmm.
Rake will eat you alive depending on where you play.
Mm-hmm.
Variance will eat you alive. So like you're gonna have to withstand so many swings in the game and like going through months of losing and then like not quitting.
Yeah.
It's really hard to fucking make it.
It is. No,
really
sounds
hard.
It sounds exactly like running a business. You have to keep your costs low.
Persistence through failure.
Yeah. And also, well, my wife she's my bankroll because she has a consistent job as a wound care nurse, so she'll always be in need. But I mean, there was 6 months when I wasn't making anything when I first started my video photo career.
Yeah.
But she was like, Ramon, don't worry about it. I got you. I know you're going to do good things. I know at some point you'll be able to pay half the mortgage like you used to do. But I'm tired of you bitching about your job at the gun company. So just go ahead and start your own thing. And so that was very like that gave me the fire under my ass to go pursue my thing, and that kind of led me through like not the dark times but the bad times when I wasn't making anything and no one was calling me to come film anything. So what did you use, like what mental fortitude did you have in your head when you are going through those bad times, those down times? What are you falling back on? What are you thinking?
I mean going from having like a comfortable amount of money to broke so many times over and over.
Yep.
As I was getting older, and then as I started working on myself off the table, that's when it really started to, the pressure started to alleviate, because I started, just my awareness was growing, and as my awareness was growing, I could see that what was really causing me pain was like me identifying with the dollar amount. So when I had money and my identity was like I was successful, I was comfortable, I was good at this game, my confidence was rising. I was attaching my identity to the dollar amount, to like how things were going at the time. And then when I would go broke, my confidence would deplete. My self-worth would just plummet. And that kept, for a lot of people in life, that doesn't happen. That happens once or twice. It doesn't keep happening over and over and over. But for me in poker, it happened all the time. Mm-hmm. And so I started sitting back and noticing, like, I'm the same person, whether I have zero or whether I have hundreds of thousands of dollars. And I'm not, and I stopped attaching my identity to the lows and the highs, which alleviated the pressure.
Okay.
So whether I was downswinging, which since I moved to Austin, I've had 3 or 4 major downswings, months of losing. Mm. Whether I was downswinging or upswinging, I've been able to kind of zoom out and not attach my self-worth and my identity to how things are going at the time.
Got it. That makes sense. So I don't know how to ask this question without sounding sexist.
Okay.
Do you think poker is a level playing field for women?
No.
No? Why is that?
Well, men don't have periods.
Very true.
Yeah.
That is very true. There is definitely a heightened emotional state with women when they are on, when they're menstruating. Okay.
Besides that, I still don't think it's a level playing field because it's going to be 95% men.
Yep, right.
So when you're a woman, you typically sit down. You're going to be the only woman at the table.
Sure.
That's an added thing, I think.
Yeah.
Like do I belong here?
Mm-hmm.
Comfortability thing.
Do you think
intellectually or like skill wise, yeah, it's a level playing field. It's not a physical game, and there's tons of women that have mastered poker,
right?
That are world class.
Mm-hmm.
Liv Bohr is one of them. Liv Bory, is it Liv Bory? Yeah, not Bohr. Foxen,
mm-hmm.
She's incredible. So it is a level playing field at some aspect, but I think it's just a bigger hurdle for women to get into poker.
Don't you think like the woman could play into the favor of just being, I don't know, not different? Like, say an attractive woman is there at the poker table. Don't you think that can play into her favor?
Yeah, I mean, some guys will soft play.
Sure,
them.
Yeah,
but it's not a big enough edge to like clean up or to become profitable. You still have to have your baseline needs to be very, very high, and your you still have to have skill in the game.
Yeah. Because I was listening to y'all's podcast, and I was, watching some sports video, and I'm thinking, there's a NBA and then there's a WNBA. But if you put the WNBA players in the NBA, there's no chance that they would ever have any chance of success.
If you put the WNBA in a high school,
right, exactly,
arena, I don't think they would have a chance versus the best high school men's team in the country.
And I was just thinking, what if, like, I don't know, it just seems like
I'm not sexist.
I know you're not.
I think that's just a factual statement.
I don't disagree with that statement, but I think in my head I was thinking maybe poker is the game for women, because even though it is heavily saturated with men, I feel like that might play into their favor, given that they could, I don't know, just outwit some of the guys.
Do you know Matty Ari?
Matty Ari. Yes, yeah, the comedian.
Have you heard his bit?
I have not.
Oh, okay. Well, this is gonna blow up your premise or your thought.
I'll look it up, but give me the gist of it.
The gist is, did you know that there's a separate league in chess for women?
No. What is it?
And then his punchline is, I guess that solves it, or I guess that proves it. Like, why? Why is there a different league?
Okay. Wow. All right.
Yeah. And then he goes in. He's like, I get it. In basketball, I can punch. But he's why in this chess?
Oh man, his stand-up is wild.
It's so good.
It's really good and really wild. And oh man, he's a fresh take in the comedic world. I just like he's from Estonia.
Estonia.
Yeah. I was thinking,
I met him at a coffee shop here in Austin.
Really?
Yeah.
Was he nice?
Yeah, he's super nice.
Good. Okay.
It was early in the morning. I just said, hey, I'm a big fan. I think you're really, really funny. And he's like, yeah, appreciate it.
Hey, man, thank you. I was trying to think of what movie the character... I think it was, the movie where Brendan Fraser is a caveman and Pauly Shore discovers him in the backyard.
Yes.
What was it? Encino Man, I think? Anyways, he was from Estonia.
I've seen that movie.
Yeah. It's a good movie. Brendan Fraser has come a long way.
Blast from the Past.
That was.
You remember that one?
Oh God, with she played like the Batgirl in the Batman movie. What's her name? All these names are eluding me. Anyways,
Dang.
yeah, that was a good movie.
Yeah.
The Whale. Did you see The Whale?
Yes.
That was a tough watch.
That was.
Like after the movie, my wife was like, I am so sad.
I'm going on a diet.
Well, that too. I was like, yeah, I'm not sad. I'm just not going to fucking
I'm not
crush
very
pizza
hungry.
anymore. Yeah, we don't have to go to dinner after this movie. We could just go home and eat a salad. Okay, so we're well over an hour. One last question.
Okay.
If you could go back in time and tell yourself one piece of advice about the life that you have now, what would it be? Like go back into when you were 20, 21. Whether it be about life in general, whether it be about the game of poker.
I'd tell myself, there's going to be a Puerto Rican that comes into your life. And what you're going to do is you're going to not give her your number. And no.
Where did you meet this Puerto Rican at?
We're not going to get into all that.
Okay.
That's kind of a joke.
Well, we all have that one girl, that ruins our lives.
What would I say about poker? Follow your gut, follow your instinct.
Okay.
That's what brought me to Texas. Follow your gut, trust your intuition. Which I mean, I've done this my whole whatever. I just do what I want, and I don't let anyone tell me no. And what I've done so far is I do what it takes to eventually do what I want. So
yep.
I've always wanted to be a professional poker player. I've always wanted to play cards for a living. 10, 12 years ago, that wasn't happening. And so I had to work on another job. Just because you want something doesn't mean, you've earned it or you get it. So you do what it takes in the meantime.
Yeah.
And until your time comes.
Yep.
And however long that takes. It took me 6 years to start making money.
Yeah.
And then I went broke again, and it took more years to get consistent. So from when I had the dream at 18 to actually making it, which just maybe in the last few years, consistently, you're talking 14 years of there's been 1,000 instances of where I could have been like, all right, I'm done. I give up. Yeah. I don't have the money to show for it. I'm not financially set. I'm not financially free. If this doesn't go well, I could be broke in the next year. So many times, or so many instances, I could have just thrown in the towel.
Yeah.
But yeah, be willing to do whatever it takes in the meantime before, until you achieve what you want to achieve.
What brought you to Austin?
Kanye West. So I was in Tampa and I just got back from Australia, and I did all the work on myself in Australia, and I got back and I wanted to keep moving, and I watched this podcast with Rogan and West.
Oh my God! You sat through that entire Jesus
and
Christ.
there was a part in it where
it's coherent.
Yeah, there was a part in it where, well, I mean, the guy became a billionaire.
He did, yeah.
So he did something not a lot of people do.
Sure.
Okay.
But at what cost?
Agreed. But there's still value.
Aw, flowers. You didn't have to do that for me.
Well, let me. That's perfect. Thank you. Those are not for you. Those are for my girlfriend.
Oh, that's nice. It's not even Valentine's Day.
There's still value to listen to grab little snippets.
Sure.
From someone that has achieved that much.
Yep.
in my mind. And he talked about dreams, and he talked about achieving things, and he talked about how little of a fuck you have to give about every single person's thoughts about what you want. And it just seeped deep into my heart, and I was like, I could care less what anyone thinks. I'm gonna do. He's just talked about doing exactly whatever you think you have to do, or whatever you feel like you want to do, you just go for it. You don't second guess it. You only go with your own voice. And something told me Austin. Okay. I chased a girl here when I was like 20 years old from a cruise. I went on a cruise with my family, and she lived in Plano, Texas. And so I flew here after the cruise to meet her, and she...
Wait. You flew here to Austin, Texas?
I flew to Dallas.
Okay, all right.
I'm like 20 years old.
Yeah.
I see her for a weekend, and she's a UT grad, and she's like, let's go down to Austin and party on the weekend. So we drive to Austin, and I'm like 21, I think, 21 years old.
Yeah.
I'm in Austin for 2 days, fall in love with the city. It doesn't work out with the girl. I fly home, and in the back of my mind, like this little seed was like, if I ever move from Florida, I want to go to Austin.
Okay.
And 10 years later, I'm thinking like, man, like what do I... And then Austin just popped in my mind. I was like, remember when you visited Austin and like how much you were in love with that city? Yeah. So I flew here, visited. I did like a 2-week tour and kind of like scoped it out. Okay. And fell in love again. And then I was like, everything in me was like, move to Austin.
So I'm sure coming from Florida, like the heat didn't really bother you. Okay.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love the hot summers.
Cold winter snaps that really kind of...
I like training in the heat.
Okay. And then how'd you meet Joe? Joe Begley.
Vulcan Gas Company.
Oh, yeah.
He was performing there.
Okay.
And I was going to comedy shows all the time.
Yeah.
And I saw him perform. And then I went to the gym the next few days, and I saw him at my gym. And I went up to him like, dude, I think you're really funny. Like, I'm JC. Nice to meet you. Yeah. And we became friends right away.
The friendship just blossomed there. Right on.
We had sex later that night, and it was...
I'm sure he's history. A very loving partner. He's
gentle.
Yeah, Joe's awesome. One of the first guys that only like answered my DMs of like, hey, I want to come film you at something, doing something. And he was like, yeah, let's do it. So awesome. That's kind of opened up my career into the comedy scene, which is not lucrative, but it's fun. And I think that's a part of my business that I really have to do, because if I just did corporate videos all the time, it would suck. It wouldn't be fun anymore. So yeah.
Do you take photos of like models? And
I can. The thing with like, what kind of models? Men or women? Women, I don't really like taking photos of, because they make me more... like they point out shit that I would never notice as a regular man. Like walking down the street, I would never notice, I don't know, like double chins or big noses or whatever like that. But then when I get into the studio and a girl's like, yeah, you need to shoot me from this side or at this angle because I don't like my big nose. I'm like, I would have no idea, but now I know. And now I've become more critical of how women look through women, which is interesting.
Their inner critic is so loud.
And I'm like, what are you talking about?
There'll be like a dime.
Exactly. You're insanely
it's
beautiful.
Like, what are you saying?
Exactly. I would have not noticed, but now I do. And now I'm going to carry that throughout my life. And so
now I feel like an ugly piece of shit.
Exactly. Yeah. I just like, I don't mind taking photos of women, and I will do that. A lot of the musicians that I work with are women, and they never really they're so harsh on themselves, but they never are super critical of the photos that I take of them. So I don't know. I could, but it's not in my forte unless, the dollars are right. But yeah, why? You got models? You got an OnlyFans account that I'm not aware of? Are you running?
No, maybe take some. Yeah, I don't know. We'll talk later.
Okay, we'll talk later. We'll talk business later.
Yeah.
All right, dude. We are well over an hour.
Cool.
And thank you so much for your time. Thank you for opening up your new home. Does the IRS know about this home, or are we keeping that?
No, yeah, they know everything.
Okay, good. As they should, because they need to have all the money
because
to do what they
they're
want.
hurting.
Yeah, they really are.
They're really hurting.
Do you have a tax person that you use?
I'm actually shopping right now.
Okay.
I have an appointment tomorrow with a new tax guy.
Okay, I have a referral for you if that doesn't work out. She's doing mine, and she's been very responsive.
Oh, nice.
That's the thing with tax people. I can't get a response. I can't get a fucking email. I know, just say, hey, I'm busy. I can't take on you as a client. I'm fine with that, but they just ghost me. They'll say, yeah, let's work together, and then all of a sudden, nothing. So I finally got a gal who's taking my emails, and she's going to work out. So I'm happy about that. But
awesome.
All right, dude. Thank you so much. I wish you well in 2026. Oh, I have a thank you letter that I need to give you.
Cool.
Yeah, because you gave me money, and that's how I run business now. If you give me money, I just give you, in return, I'll give you a thank you letter.
Sweet.
Yeah. So
I got some more money. Can I get some more letters?
You can. They're very well, like, it's chicken scratch. Thank you. But anyways,
no, I appreciate you.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, man.
Cheers.